Most men completely missed this. They think attraction is about looks, money, or saying the right words. It's not. There's one specific place a woman only lets a man touch when something deeper has already clicked inside her. And no, it's not what you think. This is subconscious, emotional, almost instinctive. When she allows this, it means her guard is down, her trust is rising, and she's starting to see you differently from every other man. Miss the signal, and you stay just another guy. Understand it, and everything changes. Let me show you exactly what it is and why it matters more than anything you've been told. Brother, there's one spot on a woman's body that reveals everything she's really feeling, and the moment she lets you touch it, her mind and heart are already yours. And I'm not talking about some cheap pickup line or alpha male nonsense. Stick with me because what I'm about to reveal completely changed the way you read every single female signal forever. Welcome to Lauren Unfiltered, where we break down the hidden truths about attraction and human connection. Today, we're diving into the silent signals women give through touch and how one specific gesture can reveal what she's really feeling. Snorts. If a woman lets you touch a very particular spot on her body, brother, it's not just a casual gesture. She's already letting you in on a deeper level. And before you dismiss this as just another clickbait alpha line, stick with me because what I'm about to share will completely change how you interpret female signals from now on. There's one area on her body that acts like a truth detector. When she allows you there, it's not just about physical touch. It's a full emotional surrender. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what's happening in her mind, why that touch reveals her genuine feelings when she reaches that level of intimacy. And listen closely, this isn't some cheap seduction hack, NLP trick, or mind game. This is the raw, unfiltered reality of what women feel but rarely ever voice. Hit that like button if you want to learn a truth almost no one talks about, and subscribe to Lauren Unfiltered so you don't miss what's coming next. Let's dive in. Think of a woman's body as a series of emotional zones, each one a gateway to her trust. Every touch, every gesture carries a message about how she really feels about you. When she opens one of these portals, it's a silent, instinctive decision. Who are you to her? Are you safe? Do you deserve closeness? This isn't about logic. It's pure gut-level intuition. The problem is most men completely miss it. They assume that touching her shoulder is the same as touching her face. They think holding hands holds the same weight as running your fingers through her hair. And because they misread these signals, they pass up opportunities without even knowing it. Today, I'm giving you the full map zone by zone, and at the end, I'll show you the one spot where if she lets you in, her body is screaming something her words haven't yet admitted. But first, a warning. If you're trying to use this as a manipulation guide, stop now. That's not how it works. Touch isn't a trick. It's chemical, neurological, and visceral. When you touch her, her brain registers more than just your hand. It reads your intention, your energy, the sense of safety or threat almost instantly, all outside her conscious awareness. Studies back this up. Level 1, arms and shoulders. What scientists call neutral territory shows that humans can detect emotions like love, compassion, or desire through touch alone, often with remarkable accuracy. And who's naturally better at this than anyone? Women. A woman's nervous system is tuned to pick up on everything behind the touch. When you make contact, she's not just noticing your hand. She's feeling your confidence, your emotional state, your authenticity, or your insecurity. Every subtle cue travels through the skin. Now, let's talk level 2, hands and wrists, where real intimacy begins. It's not just about where you touch, but how you do it and who you are in that moment. The same spot on her arm can feel electric with one man and completely flat with another. The difference? The energy behind the gesture, the masculine presence you bring. Here's how the map of female trust breaks down. Level 1, arms and shoulders, neutral ground. If she allows touch here, it's just a starting point. Level 3, waist and lower back. A more instinctive test. She can't see who's touching her, so leaning in without pulling away signals trust, not necessarily attraction. This is her subconscious checking if you're safe, capable, and worthy of more access. Level 2. Hands and wrists. These are tools of connection. When she lets you hold her hand, she's giving over a degree of control. The wrist, even more exposed, is where intimacy begins to deepen. Level 4. Neck and face. Sacred territory. The neck is biologically vulnerable. The pulse exposed. Touching her here isn't casual. It's primal trust. The face represents identity. If she allows access, she's opening herself emotionally and psychologically. But there's one final level, one beyond these zones, the ultimate expression of surrender, the hair. Hair is deeply symbolic. Identity, femininity, and emotional expression all rolled into one. Women touch their own hair when they're nervous, flirting, or processing strong emotions. When a woman lets you touch her hair, she's giving up control over something she normally handles herself, offering a profound symbol of her femininity. The key isn't just letting your hand move through her hair. It's her reaction. If she leans into it, tilts her head, closes her eyes, or smiles without thinking, that's not conscious. It's her nervous system signaling total safety. This is chemical surrender, not a rational decision, and it only works when it comes naturally, built step by step through trust, never forced. Hair carries power because it comes at the end after you've proven yourself safe, genuine, and respectful. Here's the takeaway. Physical contact isn't about conquest. It's a silent conversation. When a woman responds positively to these levels, her body is telling you that you've already crossed the barriers that really matter. If this insight opened your eyes, smash that like button so more men can see it, and subscribe to Lauren Unfiltered for more real nonsense truths about attraction and human connection. The truth is simple. Touch isn't about tricks or games. It's a silent conversation. Every gesture, every zone of the body tells a story about trust, safety, and real connection. When a woman responds positively, her body is showing you what her words often won't. Remember, this isn't about control or manipulation. It's about understanding and respect. Build trust step by step, be genuine, and the signals you've learned today will speak louder than anything else. If this video opened your eyes or gave you a new perspective, hit that like button, subscribe to Lauren Unfiltered, and make sure you catch the next video where we break down even more hidden truths about attraction and human connection. Then, all right. Here's the psychological truth most men never hear explained clearly. When a woman is drawn to an older man, she doesn't chase, she checks, she observes, she tests awareness. Because attraction for her isn't just physical, it's emotional safety, steadiness, and presence. And instead of saying, "I'm interested in you," she asks questions, 2 of them. And these questions don't sound romantic. That's why most men miss them. But they are gateways, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. But first, why questions? Here's why. Men move toward what they want with action. Women move toward what they want with curiosity. When a woman feels pulled toward you, not just casually, but in a deeper, more intimate way, she wants to know 3 things. Are you open or closed? Are you steady or insecure? Are you aware or oblivious? And questions are how she finds out. Not interrogations, not interviews, subtle tests. Now, here's where men mess this up. They answer the words instead of responding to the energy behind them, and therefore, the moment collapses. So, let's talk about question 1. This is the first test, and it shows up when she's already imagining closeness, even if she hasn't admitted it to herself yet. She asks something like, "Do you spend a lot of time alone?" Or, "Are you usually on your own?" Or, "Do you mostly keep to yourself?" Now let me ask you something. Have you heard a version of that before? Comment below if you have. I'm curious how many men catch this after the moment passes. Here's what that question is not. It's not about loneliness. It's not about your schedule. It's not small talk. It's her quietly asking, "Is there space for me?" She's checking your emotional availability. She wants to know if your life is sealed shut or gently open. Because here's the thing, A woman does not picture herself entering a man's world unless she already feels something. She doesn't ask this randomly, and if she didn't care, she wouldn't ask at all. But most men answer like accountants. Well, yes, I'm alone most of the time. Or, no, I'm pretty busy. And the energy drops. Not because the answer was wrong, but because it was empty. A grounded response sounds like this. I enjoy my space, but I always make room for good energy. Or, I'm comfortable on my own, but I'm open to connection that feels right. See the difference? You didn't sell yourself. You didn't invite her. But you didn't close the door either. You showed calm openness, and that makes her nervous system relax. But don't get comfortable yet, because the second question is much more powerful. And this is where attraction either deepens or disappears. Question 2 sounds like this. So, what are you looking for these days? Let me slow this down. This question is never casual. Never. If she asks this, she's already considering you in a deeper way. This is her testing your direction. Not your career, not your plans, your inner direction. She wants to know, is this man alive inside? Is he moving forward or just existing? Can I feel safe leaning into him? Now here's where many men unknowingly sabotage themselves. They say things like, I don't really know. I'm just taking life as it comes. I'm just looking for peace. Sounds mature, right? But to her nervous system, it sounds like drifting. And women don't open to drifting men. They open to men with clarity, not certainty, clarity. A strong response sounds like this. I'm building a chapter that feels grounded and meaningful. Or, I value connection that's calm, real, and intentional. Or, I'm focused on living well with the right people around me. Notice something? You didn't say her. You didn't pressure the moment, but you showed direction. And therefore, she can imagine herself walking beside you. That's when her interest shifts from curiosity to desire. And yes, this is often the point where intimacy enters her thoughts, quietly, internally. Now, let me say something important, clean and honest. When a woman wants closeness with an older man, not just conversation, not just attention, she tests whether he is emotionally safe to move toward. Not needy, not passive, not chasing, present, grounded, aware. These 2 questions are her way of checking that. And if you pass them without forcing anything, she leans in emotionally. But here's a small truth most men find funny later. A lot of men fail these tests because they think they're tests. So they tense up, overthink, try to sound impressive, and boom, the moment dies. Remember, men who chase moments lose them. Men who stay present allow them to grow. And yes, sometimes the result is deeper connection, sometimes it's intimacy, sometimes it's simply mutual recognition. But it all starts with awareness. Let's recap quickly. When she asks, do you spend a lot of time alone? She's asking, is there room for me? When she asks, what are you looking for these days? She's asking, is your life going somewhere I could join? Miss these questions and the door closes quietly. Recognize them and the door stays open. So here's your simple action step tonight. The next time a woman asks something that feels casual but lands differently, pause. Don't rush. Don't explain. Respond with calm clarity. And if you've ever felt a moment like this and only understood it later, comment below, I see the signs. And if this video helped you see women differently, like and subscribe, because the next video explains what women do after these questions when they want things to move closer and why most men misread that too, but only if you're ready for it.